Okay, great. So first of all, Mel, thank you for taking the time to do this. We've obviously been working with each other for some time now. So do you want to just start by introducing yourself, introducing Bluewater, what you do, where you work, and just things like that?
Yeah, so my name's Melis and my company is Bluewater Plumbing. We're a domestic gas safe registered company and we're based in North London. Our office is in Enfield, but we cover the North London Enfield area.
Brilliant. And what type of work are you doing at the moment mainly?
We do a lot of work with builders, a loft conversion company. So we do a lot of plumbing work for them, but we do work for estate agents. So we do their CP12 gas safety checks and general plumbing repairs, plus our general customers, our domestic clients. So we've been doing a lot of new boilers, a lot of conversions, putting a lot of combination boilers in lately. So yeah, so we got our three main revenue streams are builders, estate agents, and domestic customers.
Brilliant. And we've been working with each other. I think you was actually the second plumbing company we started working with. And obviously you took a risk coming over to us and deciding to work with us. So
Yeah.
How long have we been working together now? Is it just over 2 years?
It's probably just under 2.5 years.
Okay, brilliant. And obviously at the time when we first started speaking, do you want to just talk about kind of where you was at and why you was looking at an internet marketing company to work with, Mel?
Yeah, so I've been part of big organisations like G4S, British Gas, even BT, and I know there's been a lot of companies, website companies, have been trying like with SEO and development, and I've always been part of the team. So I was looking, when I started Bluewater Plumbing, I was looking for a website company that would help me and listen to me. No one massive, but no one too small. And then I came across yourself on Facebook, on a Facebook ad actually. And what I liked about you was the fact that you specialized in my industry. So you wasn't like, I dealt with a lot of other companies in the past and they'll just build anything without knowing what I'm looking for, but you knew what I was looking for. So it was a lot easier to explain to you my vision and you understood it straight away, and then you decided to grow in our industry, and yeah, you just know what we want as a company.
Excellent. So you'd already been working with big companies, you had experience of other marketing agencies, and speaking to us because we specialised in plumbing and heating at the time and now trades. That was what made you decide to choose us.
Yeah, definitely. Like trades is, you know, I've been in different trades over my career.
Yeah.
So the principle is the same. You're delivering a service. It's the method of delivering that service is very similar between plumbing, electric, security, telecoms. So yeah, it's very similar. So that's what I like. You're very, you know, at the time it was plumbing and heating, which was perfect for me, but trades orientated. And also, I want to expand in the future into potential other trades, and that will be great with your experience dealing with other companies as well, that you can assist with my growth.
Excellent. And when we did start speaking, because you just came out, because you mentioned security, you actually weren't in the plumbing and heating space before, whereas you was.
I was a year before, a couple of years before, I helped my nephew set up a company, a plumbing and heating company. But before that, I had a franchise, a security franchise that covered, but virtually from Ipswich all the way down to South East London. And that came to an end because they decided to bring everything in-house. And even before that, I used to work for BT. And I've always been in the service sector, engineering, dealing with customers on a daily basis. But yeah, I've always been in that industry and I quite like it.
See, what I liked about you, Mel, when we started working together, and I don't even know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but like you weren't coming at the business from like an engineer's perspective. You was coming at it from a business owner's perspective.
Yeah.
And you understood kind of the importance of delegation, not doing everything yourself. And the saying that I always say is, you don't want to be Superman, you want to build a Justice League. And I think that mindset, what you had, it's definitely rubbed off on others in the group as well. So at the time when we did start working together, you didn't even, you had nothing, did you? You didn't have a website, no branding really or anything?
From scratch. It was everything was from scratch from the beginning, which I suppose it can be in a good position because you can build it to how you want to, you know. So but yeah, no, I don't. As we've discussed a particular book, I think we both. I discovered this book probably about 10 years ago, the E-Myth, and I build my business based on that book because you want to work. There's a key thing in that book says you want to work on your business, not in it. So, and that's I'm a great believer in that.
And you definitely practice what you preach with what you're doing with that. We actually send, I don't know if you know this either, but we actually send a copy of the E-Myth now to every new client we bring on because we want to work with people who understand that, understand the importance of it, because you're not going to scale a business unless you do. So, okay then, Mel, so you at the time had nothing at all. How was the process of kind of you communicating what was in your head with us and then us executing that for you?
Yeah, so you did an initial, I think it was 30-minute or an hour consultation. So you can basically, for my purpose, I can meet you and see what you can offer me. But more importantly, you can listen to me and what I was trying to achieve. So based on that, you did a little report for me and show me some examples. And I spoke to your other client, your first client as well, Phil, which helped a lot. And I still talk to him every now and again and message him. And that's what I liked. I spoke to other web developers at the time, and they just wanted. It was very templating. It was very, regardless, they never specialised in a particular industry, particular sector, and they just wanted to just build a website and that's it. But you wanted to understand my journey and help me come along on that journey.
Brilliant. And just talk to us a bit about the business now, because like we've been working with each other for 2.5 years. It's been an incredible journey to see kind of your growth. Just moved into a new office, got a few vans on the road now. So just explain a bit more about kind of where you're at now and maybe kind of what the future plans are for the business.
Yeah, so it started off with me and another plumber that's still with me now. He's been absolutely brilliant for me from the beginning and up until now forward. So it's just the two of us. I had a contact with the builder who gave me some work, and I still do work for him to this day. I do all his plumbing and heating work. Now where I am, estate agents were contacting me, and I've built a few good clients in the area. And now I've got 4 engineers on the road. I class them as engineers, not plumbers. I feel that they're engineers. So I've got 4 engineers on the road, and we're potentially adding a 5th next month. And I've got a new office. I've moved into an office where I can carry on with my growth, and I just want to progress further. And if I can add a few more vans onto the road this year, that would be great. Last year, I actually grew last year, even though what's happened with COVID and stuff like that. But I actually grew, which was great. And just hopefully to continue that journey and grow more.
Not what happens, it's what you do about it. So it's good to see that even during all of that, well, last year, we both obviously grew companies. So it's good to see that you can still grow in these challenging times, no matter what the media.
Well, the key thing was when we continued working. So we never actually shut down. And a lot of companies, plumbing companies and gas engineers just shut down, didn't even go to work or nothing like that.
Yeah.
and clients were needing help, and estate agents, and I grew because I was still visible and working in a COVID safe way. And then they've stuck with me, and I've grown because of that. And it's just like, I read an article, and it's regarding the recession. People, when it goes into the recession, the people are scared to spend, but it's the companies that continue their advertising, continue themselves showing that they're still trading and working, are the ones that actually come out really well through a recession.
Yeah.
So I'd
everyone
imagine
else is retreating, you attack.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, and like, of course, we obviously have expanded from our side, and we recently introduced our new package that we offer, which is our biggest level package, our diamond package. And for you, Mal, you first of all saw us on a Facebook ad. Yeah. You went through the process that pretty much every one of our clients have gone through. You made a decision to work with us, was working with us for maybe a year and a half before you decided to get onto the big package when we introduced it. So what was the reasons for you wanting to kind of work with us even closer?
Well, I've always said that, I want to get into boiler contracts or care plans or whatever we're going to call them. So I was looking more at the long term on what I wanted the business to do, and what you offered on your diamond package. It will help me achieve that with the SEO, with the social media, website, blogs, and developing the boiler care plans that we're going to be doing in the next few months. And that's what I want to do. So I'm looking at I'm always looking at the bigger picture. So I'm looking at short term, but always got my eye on that long-term goal as well. And that's why your top package suits what I want to do for the company.
So going back to the E-Myth, obviously there's different aspects of any business: finance, operations, sales, marketing, HR, etc. And we started off kind of trying to be the marketing arm of that. So kind of like a CMO, chief marketing officer kind of position. Do you feel that you've had that, like when it comes to marketing stuff, when it comes to like your Trello board, getting support, coming up with ideas and having us execute on that for you? Do you feel that we've provided everything that you need from a marketing perspective?
Yeah, and there's plenty of processes that you've put into place to make my life easier and to be able to track. And also, as you probably know, I can be quite straight and direct in what I'm trying to achieve and what I see. And you're always looking for feedback on stuff, and you listen to that as well. But yeah, no, what you've done with like a WhatsApp group, the Trello, the shared folders. So it's very easy for me to access my information that you've done for me, as well as me to be able to give you information and to add on new requests as well.
Brilliant. Well, it's good for me to hear that, Mel. It's good to see that you've got value and that we're trying to make your life easier, because that's the main thing. Working with trades, like I know how busy you all are. And I think one thing that strengthened our relationship is the fact that you are quite blunt with what you say. But rather than taking that personally, I know that that's the only way we can grow and improve. So I welcome that kind of feedback. And some of your feedback has helped shape our business, shape We Build Trades, which it's soon going to be. So it's been a great relationship. And with the WhatsApp group and whatnot, how have you found that experience, like speaking to other engineers? Like, how have you found that?
I think that's been brilliant, especially just going something recently when we had the conference call the other week. I think it might be last Thursday, actually. And one of the guys, Jason, was talking about heat source pumps and stuff like that. And, and I want to get involved in that. And I actually called him up at the beginning of the week. Yeah, and I was chatting because a couple of people have been asking me about it, and he's given me like, here's my contact, here's my supplier, have a chat with them, they'll be able to give you information and stuff like that. So it's just open, how many people are we talking? 26, 20?
Well, I created the group when it was just me, you, Phil and Matt. So you were you was there when the group was created. And we're up to 35 now.
35. So you know what, and it's quite interesting to see. I can just ask a question in that group, and get, and get so many different angles and response and find out what's working for other people up and down the country. So that's what's key, because even though we're in the same country, different areas work very differently. And yeah, just coming up with some ideas and good methods. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. That's been absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant. In this fast changing world that we're in, you need to be agile, need to be able to make decisions and move forward. And obviously the thing that we're working on now, Mel, is like business changes. So we solve one problem, and then solving that problem presents another problem. Then we have to solve that one. And it's just that kind of process. And from a lead generation point of view, that was our main challenge initially. Speaking to you guys, what's your biggest problem? Inconsistency with leads. So what we've strived to do is create a predictable system for you to generate leads. And now that we've kind of got that where it needs to be, the next problem that's presenting itself is having the manpower to do the work and having the systems and processes in place to deal with it. So as you know, we've just partnered with Simpro, which is a company that we use to kind of manage the job management, the operations. So how have you found, apart from kind of the lead side of things, what things have you found in your business have helped you achieve the growth that you've achieved?
Well, I've been using Simpro for probably 4 or 5 years now. And as you know, it's a very easy system to use, and I can modify the system to best suit the way I work. And what I found is the way it's helped me is always have a foundation system in place, because it does a lot of stuff automatic. And the amount of customers have come to me and go, oh, thank you for the reminder, or thank you for the information or the pictures, when and everything like that. And that goes a long way, because the people like say, well, they try and compare me to a self-employed person, like what they class as a one-man band. And then after they use our services and they can understand, they prefer to use a company like myself than a one-man band, because of what the systems I've put in place and what they get information-wise. I can give them a customer portal. We got a smartphone app that we take pictures of all the jobs, the before and after, which is really helpful for landlords that are not at the property and they want to see what they've paid for and what we've done. And we're very transparent, and I think that's been very key.
Brilliant. So it's not just having someone there to generate your leads. That's one problem. Then what are you doing with those leads?
Well, you've got to be able to deliver them. So from a process of receiving the leads, calling them, booking the appointment or survey, and then be able to quote. So you got to have that foundation. I've seen a lot of people working from a paper diary still. And I just can't get my hand around it. I'm like, what are you doing? It goes, oh, that's too much to implement, or that it's going to cost me 70 quid a month. I'm thinking that 70 quid a month is going to be the best thing you've ever paid.
People don't know what they don't know.
No, and they're scared. Oh, I'm not going to pay that. Oh, I'm not going to pay this. And I'm like, you're crazy. You're spending more time. Your time has got to be more valuable than that £70 that you might pay per month for a single licensed user. But definitely a system has to be in place for the company, for everybody to use.
And I wanted to bring that up, Mel, because for anyone who is watching this who doesn't think that systems and processes are valuable, like, you are proof of the importance of it. And from our perspective, like, for us to go out and create a whole job management software, that's not our area of expertise. So what I've felt that would add value to you guys is if we partner with these companies, which we now have done, we can provide a more holistic solution. So rather than just being a marketing agency that focuses on Facebook ads or building websites, if you're a trade business owner, we can help you with the whole thing. And would you back that up? Like, if I made that statement that we can help you with not just marketing, but sales, operations, would you?
Yeah, no, 100%, because that's a good point, because because if you've seen other, like you said, you've got 35 companies within the WhatsApp group, and there could be 4 or 5 systems, and you've seen them, and you feel that Simpro is the one to recommend and go forward with. But then for me, the benefit for me for that is that you would work with Simpro to help integrate what you do and what they do together to make my life a lot easier and to give benefits to my customers as well. And that's what I like, because Simpro is very it's very customizable, and it can integrate with stuff. So if you can find our website integrating with Simpro or any other services, that's my benefit. You doing the hard work for me to see if that works and all the testing. So yeah, it's definitely brilliant that you do that.
Excellent. So Mel, if you had a message now for someone who is in your position, you've got a million other marketing companies out there telling you that they can do this and do that. You don't know who to trust. You might have been burnt in the past, and you saw one of our Facebook ads. You might have watched our video. What would your message be or advice be to someone in that position?
That are looking. Okay, so what I do when I go to, I always ask my customers, where did you hear about us? And lately they've been saying, oh, your customer reviews have been brilliant, and we want to, use that. So I can stand there and say, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that. But if a customer says it, then that's more powerful. So what if anybody wants to ask about your services and your company, all I would say to them, Dan, is they got 35 numbers they can call within that WhatsApp group, and they'll get the true reflection on how you work with us. And this, from going from 2 to 35 in less than 2 years, then that you must be doing something right.
Brilliant. No, thanks, Mel. I do appreciate that, mate. And I suppose the final question is, would you recommend We Build Trades to work with?
100%.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate the time that you've put into this. And what are the future plans for Bluewater? Where do you see the business going in the next 12 months? And how do you see us kind of working together to help you achieve those goals?
Yeah, so the next 12 months, I want to grow, 2 vans on the road. If I get an additional 2 vans on the road, I'll be happy with that. But it's all about the Comfort Club, the boiler contracts this year for me. Yeah. And I want to build that, because that will be an asset for the company. And yeah, that's the target for this year.
Well, we build assets, so hopefully we can build that for you, get that up and running. And yeah, it's going to be exciting seeing what the future holds. So, thank you for your time, Mel. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will get value from watching this video.
No problem. Thanks, Dan.